Hello! So I'm making this video because I wanted to get some thoughts out about my journey with the Harry Potter series, and I'm really enjoying the books a lot. Honestly, I'm currently on the Goblet of Fire, and I hadn't gotten to talk about the Chamber of Secrets or the Prisoner of Azkaban, and it's because I've been having a tough time with sorting out how I can relay what I'm feeling into a video. And it's because content creation is so hard. Talking to basically strangers on the internet or no one at all is also really hard. But so far, I'm in the Harry Potter Reddit, and I've been seeing that they currently started putting up like pictures, or at least one picture, and it's of the new kid that's going to be Harry Potter. And I think he looks really good. I think he looks actually pretty close to what I think a lot of people imagined in the books, and I think I actually imagined him to look the same as well. And I know some people are also not super happy about the recreation of it. Some people might feel that basically their childhood is being erased, but it's not. It's still there. Like, no one's ever going to forget Daniel Radcliffe. No one's ever going to forget all of the characters who have been on set, who have helped these films become what they are now. So I wouldn't let that deter anyone from watching it just because you have your childhood and you feel like, oh, it's being erased. I feel like this is just something for the new generation, or maybe the people who are just newly getting into the series, because I found out I'm not the only one that's just gotten into the Harry Potter series. And I think this would be a good chance for young new readers to get into it, and for people who it took them decades like me to get into it. And I'm really excited for it personally. I feel like this is my chance to jump into something big that I missed out on growing up, because I did read one of the books back when it was like when I was like maybe in fourth grade or fifth grade, and I remember watching the movies as they came out, and I didn't really delve deep into it. I didn't get the chance to really be a part of what everybody else is currently a part of, and now that the show is coming out, I feel like I can really get into it. I can get really a part of it. And I know there's some like issues with the how certain characters may look or things like that. And I feel like maybe we should just kind of wait and see and just watch how the progression goes. And also maybe some things would be changed, because I heard that a lot of characters were not portrayed correctly in the movies, and maybe they'll do a better job of that in the series. Maybe they'll delve deeper into some stuff that some people wish were more touched upon. But I think too, just because I know some of the kids might be so far probably get some hate along the road, and I kind of hope they stay off the internet so that way that doesn't deter them from continuing on to do like other works and stuff. I hope they don't feel like they're being compared to all the time, because that will actually affect the kids later. If you continuously compare this new kid to Daniel Radcliffe, then that might get stuck, kind of stay in his head. I feel like that's not really fair. They're in a big project. This might be probably all of their first times ever acting in something like this. This is big shoes they all have to fill. So of course they're already probably feeling some kind of way about it. So just, leave them alone and let people who are excited about this be excited about this, and let's actually make some concerns when it's actually out in 2027. Let's wait until then, because there might be some big changes. There might be some things that may make it better than what we all expected. So I wouldn't say set your expectations super high, but also don't have your expectations in the dirt. Just like keep neutral about it. I just wanted to make this video to kind of get my thoughts out, and how I'm really excited to be a part of the wizarding community now. I'm excited to like eventually finish the books. I'm excited to buy some merch and decorate my room more to be looking like the Hogwarts or looking like the rest of the wizarding world. I even have the house that I'm already in, which is Slytherin, and I also have my thoughts about that, but I know I probably should get deeper into the books. But from what I've seen about Slytherin, people assume people are evil who are in the house, but just because evil people came out of it doesn't make the house itself evil. I feel like the way people go about doing things while being in that house may not be favorable, but that's not everyone. Like, not every Slytherin is evil, and not every evil is Slytherin, if that kind of makes sense. But I just like that they're ambitious, they're cunning, and they know how to get things done in the way they just see best is fit. And unfortunately, some of it is going about the wrong way, which is harming others, which I don't, of course, agree with for certain Slytherins. But yeah, I will continue probably playing the Hogwarts Legacy because that felt like it was a lot of fun. I probably will get into making the characters again in The Sims. I will continue to speak about my thoughts on the series as it continues its productions. And yeah. Oh, I guess I'll talk about. I wanted to talk about Chamber of Secrets at first, but I feel like to me, it stuff happened in it, but not as excitingly as I compare it to Prisoner of Azkaban, which was insane. Like, the things that happened, let me tell you, I do not like time travel stuff because it always confuses me. But I think just in that moment when I really just sat with it, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone. Harry Potter saved himself. That's that basically. That's how it kind of ended. That's how what the timeline always was Harry Potter was always gonna save himself. Does it make sense? No, but I'm just gonna leave it that way. I also thought it was so interesting finding out more about Sirius Black, Professor Lupin, and Harry's dad, James Potter, and how they were basically the creators of the Marauders map, which I think is such a cool thing. Like, a map where you can see who is like anywhere at any time, and you could jump into the map and appear in another place. I thought that was pretty dope. I am now very curious too about I think whatever happened to Lupin. I think he's quit from what I remember is in the starting of Goblet of Fire. What was his name? I forgot. Give me 1 second. I think that's basically Scabbers. I forgot the guy's name in that, but I know that in the beginning of Goblet of Fire, he was basically Peter Pettigrew. There we go. Sorry. Peter Pettigrew. I know he was starting to feel a certain way after Harry saved him against the Dark Lord. Now he's feeling like, you know what, I don't think I want to like do this work or at least harm Harry, basically. So I'm curious to see where things are going to head with that. I'm also curious about how like Voldemort looks because the way they describe him looks real weird and it's so interesting. Like, are they currently looking for a body for him? Is that what's going on since he's no longer on the back of Quirrell's head? And is it he's trying to get Harry's body, or is he trying to completely, you know, like get rid of Harry because he's like the closest, most powerful thing that can get rid of him? Or with Harry's power, he can also do crazy, horrific things. So what's up with that? Like, where is that gonna turn out, basically? I also thought it was interesting that Hermione in the first place, because she was so into her studies, that she was using that time thing to even get to her classes and all of that. She's such a good student and she's such a good character. She's basically helped them. Like, everything she does always ends up helping save Ron and Harry. I'm starting to realize that, and she's definitely a really strong character and I like her. I'm interested too because now I'm also seeing that the Quidditch is becoming a more bigger thing. So from what I've heard, Quidditch isn't like shown to be that important in the movies, so maybe they'll make that definitely one of the new focal points too in the series. I'm curious more about Quidditch. I think I have a game too that came with the package that I paid for, basically. So I think that's pretty much it for me now, talking about Harry Potter, and I just wanted to get those thoughts out. Maybe all over the place. I didn't really create a script. I have such a hard time with writing scripts and just trying to get this thing out for people to see and to get it all like coherent. Everything I want, everything I say to be coherent, but my thoughts are just all over the place, and that's why a script would be good. But by the time I sit down to write it, I overthink it, and I'll have to work on that more. But thank you for making it this far in the video. Thank you for sticking around to watch. I hope you watch my other videos that I've made, which was my first thoughts on the first book, and I hope you watch the gameplay, and I will continue to make those until I finish the entirety of the Hogwarts Legacy, and then I'll also end up playing the Quidditch game. I hope that we also remember to be nice to those kids who are going to be in this show. We continue to be nice to everybody who's producing it, because this is such a big thing. I hope it all goes well, and I'm excited again to be a part of the wizarding world of Harry Potter. I hope you guys have a magical day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.